Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And today our group gonna present about a food additive. First, we look for introduction. In this topic, we will be discussing about a category that is included in food additive and ways to apply them to each food in various ways. For the background, food additive is a natural or synthetic ingredient that is added to prevent spoilage, repairing the food look, taste and texture, and making food taste better. Types of food additive that commonly found in our daily life. There are three food additives that we commonly see in our daily life. First is preservative, second is antioxidant, and third is flavor. There are many more food additives, but we take only three. First, preservative. Preservative is an ingredient added to slow down or prevent microorganisms grow to keep the food shelf life. For the example of natural preservative that used in food additive is natrium chloride, or we also know as salt, sugar, and vinegar. For the natrium chloride or salt, as we know, the way to preserve food is scrape water from the meat with the osmosis process. Because the microorganism cannot grow without the water, so that the meat will last long and it can extend the life of meat. For example, that we usually see at Kelantan and Terengganu, they use a salt to salt the fish. Second is the sugar. Sugar react the same way like salt or for preservative. For example, is sugar in fruit jam. That's why many fruit jam can last long, because it has sugar in them. Third is vinegar. Vinegar was an acid that can kill microorganisms from grow on the food. For example, that vinegar used in pickle. That's why pickle can last long enough for a month. For the example of synthetic preservative that used in food additive is natrium nitrate, nitrile benzoate, and sulfur dioxide. For your information, synthetic is a man-made chemical through the lab. It's not natural, but it's man-made. Like that. For the natrium nitrate, it can maintain natural color of meat and make it look fresh. It also can prevent the bacterial growth for the meat. Like example, that natrium nitrate used in a frozen meat like bacon, ham, and hot dog. For nitrile benzoate, it preserves food by inhibiting molds, yeast, and bacteria in acidic condition. Acidic condition is when 4.5 pH is to below. To extend shelf life in products. For example, the natrium benzoate used in food industry is soda, jam, pickle, sauce, and fruit juice. And for sulfur dioxide, it used to inhibit growth at microbes such as yeast, bacteria, and molds by crossing the cell walls at microbes and disrupting the normal functioning of microbes. Like example, that in dry food and vegetable. But for your information, each of them have a code in food industry. Like natrium nitrate is E250, for natrium benzoate is E211, and for sulfur dioxide is E220. Okay, we move to effect. If taking preservative food too much, preservative is good to us, but if we take too much preservative food, it can harm us. For first, preserve food with salt, if we take in too much, is we can have a high blood pressure, Second, heart attack. And third is stroke. For the preserved food with sugar, if we taking too much, like sodas, jams, and something like that, that have a sugar in that food, it can cause obesity, tooth decay, and diabetes.
What is antioxidant? Antioxidant is a molecule that prevent and slow down damage to cells. Antioxidants are also used in food. For example, ingredients can slow down fat oxidation to foul and oxidation of a fruit that makes fruit become brown. That means it can maintain the shelf life of fruit. The next is natural antioxidant used in food additive. There is 4 natural antioxidant used in food additive. Number 1 is ascorbic acid. Ascorbic acid is the scientific name for vitamin C, an essential water-soluble nutrient vital for collagen formation, wound healing, tissue repair, and iron absorption, acting as a powerful antioxidant that protects cells from damage. Human can produce it, so it must come from food. For example, fruit, vegetable, or supplements. And the second one is tocopherols. Tocopherols are natural antioxidant, and tocopherol is the chemical name for vitamin E, a group of fat-soluble compounds known for their powerful antioxidant properties, protecting cells from damage by free radicals, supporting immune function, and maintaining skin health. For example, we can find it on vegetable oils, nuts, seeds, and leafy greens. Also butter. And the third one is citric acid. Citric acid is a weak organic acid found naturally in citrus fruit, used as a flavoring, preservative, and coloring agent in food. And also is a key intermediate in the citric acid cycle in all aerobic organisms. It appears as a colorless crystalline solid and highly soluble in water. And also is produced industrially through fermentation. For example, milk use citric acid as a antioxidant. Fourth one and last one is sodium citrate. Sodium citrate is the sodium salt of citric acid, a white crystalline powder used widely as a food additive for flavoring, buffering pH, preserving, and emulsifying in beverage, cheese, and sauce. While medically, it acts as an alkalizing agent for acidosis, prevent kidney stones, and serves as an anticoagulant by binding calcium, offering a salty and bitter taste. For example, we use this sodium citrate for meat and steak. The next is synthetic antioxidant used in food additive. Number 1 is butylated hydroxy amylose (BHA). BHA used to prevent fats and oils in processed foods from going rancid and extending shelf life by stabilizing color, flavor, and nutrients. Number 2 is butylated hydroxytoluene (BHT). BHT used to prevent fat from going rancid, preserving freshness, flavor, nutrient values by stopping lipid oxidation. The difference between BHA and BHT is BHA physical form is waxy solid, and physical form of BHT is white powder. And lastly is effect of taking antioxidant too much. Number 1 is hair loss. Number 2 is kidney and immune issues. And the last one is risk of birth defect because of taking too much antioxidant.
Okay, so we're gonna talk about flavor as one of the food additive. So flavors has 3 type of function, which is first, mimic the taste of seasoned and expensive food. For second one is add flavoring and smell to make food more delicious. And third, to replace the original taste that's missing during a process of food cooking or food processing. So we're gonna talk about example of food flavor that we use in food additive. So for first is monosodium glutamate that is used to enhance the taste of food in processed foods and frozen. For the second of food flavor that is used to be example here is esters that give artificial flavors to food, such as ethyl ethanol in ice cream, jellies, pastries, and bicarbonate water. And for the last is aspartame, is artificial sweetener used to replace sugar for diabetics. The effect of taking too much flavor to our body is that first we can experience dizziness, because as we know, flavoring sometimes like FSG has a high sodium content, which just can make our body feel dehydrated a little. And then we have headaches and chest pain, and finally high heart rate per minute. Like I think like it's kind of like if you use the flavoring, we can see that it can really impact your body so much. So I think that we really can minimize the use of flavoring in our daily life. Or before you eat, or you need to check the nutritional label at the back of the food which is provided, so that it can be useful, so to prevent some flavoring in your daily life. As for the summarization, we can conclude that there are many types of food additives that can be used in our daily life, because this is being developed right now, because it is a modern and globalization age. So that I think that this type of industry can be explored more deeply, so that we can prevent the effects of flavoring in our body, or to create a healthier or safer option for consumer to choose from. That's all from us. Thank you so much for listening, and I hope you a very good day.